behalf of the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame, we induct Pat McBride for soccer. Okay, buddy. We need a picture. Oh, we need a picture. Come on.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, you're on.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for my induction. I'd like to congratulate all the other inductees. But when you have an honor like this, and I have the opportunity to follow Harry Keel, who was the inductee last year in the first Sports Hall of Fame dinner. Harry, I think, is at table 110, and I'd like to certainly recognize Harry, and it's an honor just to follow him. Also, I would like to introduce my family. They're all at table number 40. And starting out with my wife, Barb. I think they're at 40. Is that correct? No, they're not at 40. Okay. My wife, Barb, if they would stand up. My sons, Brian and Tim. My daughter, Kelly, and her husband, Andy Travis. My grandchildren, Haley and Drew. Ed Travis, Andy's dad. My cousin, Sharon Kilcullen, and her husband, Leo, and my sister, Babe. One more group that I would like to recognize, in addition to all the players that I have played with, all my teammates, all my co-workers who are here tonight, but I think every coach has a team that leaves a real mark on the coach. Sometimes it works the other way around, but my first head coaching job at a college was at Merrimack Community College. I went there after being Bob Gelker's assistant for 7 years over at SIU Edwardsville. And, you know, I thought after being an assistant that, oh, this, nothing to this head coaching job. Well, I found out, you know, it was a lot more difficult than I thought. I had a great group. We started the season. We were 5-4-1, ended up winning our last 12 games and won the national championship. 15 of those players, one from Colorado, one from South Carolina, thought enough of that group to show up here tonight. So I would like to thank them for what they did for me. As a young player, I always say that I'm the luckiest player that's ever played in St. Louis. My timing couldn't have been better. First of all, to be born in St. Louis, where soccer was Americanized. You can't say that. You could not say that for the rest of the country. We have over 100 years of soccer tradition. I had 3 great coaches that were Hall of Fame. They're Hall of Fame coaches. Bob Gelker won 7 national championships, 5 at St. Louis U, 2 at SIU Edwardsville. Ebby Dunn at St. Louis U High was a great coach. Bobby Keel, that I had as a professional coach, was also a great coach. I learned a great deal from all of them. Bob Keel was the first coach that ever, we called it was the NASL, the North American Soccer League, and we called it the Non-American Soccer League. And Bobby Keel, that was a joke. But in 1969, Bobby Keel fielded a team of 11 St. Louis players. And we ended up beating the Atlanta Chiefs 1-0. And I remember in the locker room, he put a sign up on the door and had it plastered all over, "What good are your skills if you're second in the fight for the ball?" And I remember that my whole life. What good are your skills if you're second in the fight for the ball? And we went out and beat a team of mostly English players. Bob Gelker, you can't say enough about him. as a coach and as a person. Ebby Dunn at St. Louis U High, I didn't talk to Ebby until I was a senior. He was just kind of gruff, and they said he was really, just like a real soft person, and I didn't find that out until I was a senior. Two stories about Ebby. One, Ebby had recently been married and lived pretty close to where I lived, and it was after a game, and he said, and we had lost this game, he said, "Pat, you need a ride home?" And I thought, yes, Coach. I was not going to refuse that. So I was a junior, had to listen to Ebby say how bad the team played, how poorly I played all the way home. I go walking into our house, and my dad said, "How'd you guys do? What's going on?" I said, "Well, we got beat." He goes, No, I'm not talking about that. Where's the car? You drove to school." I said, "What?" And I said, I just didn't want to turn Mr. Dunn down, so I was hitchhiking back to St. Louis U High. And the other one was we got beat by CBC. I remember this game, and he got us all together in this it was like a boiler room, and I've been by St. Louis U High lately, and this room doesn't exist anymore. And there's 20 of us in the room, and he says, just kind of looking at us, what is the opposite? You guys are supposed to be pretty intelligent. What is the opposite of winning? And we all thought, we can get this one. Losing. And he goes, "Nope. Think again." "Coach, losing, like we did today." "Nope, it's quitting. And if I ever see you do that again, that'll be it. We'll find new players." And that stayed with me my entire life. And I just had three guys that they cared about me more as a person than a soccer player, and that's what you need. And I'm sure their inspiration carried me into coaching. One last thing, and that is to have the opportunity to play and coach. My soccer experiences have given me the opportunity to see the real growth in soccer. And I think when you look back at the World Cup and the 2 goals Donovan scored this World Cup energized the whole country. A few years back, soccer, I don't think you're going to see that. In the 1980s, women weren't even playing. Girls weren't playing. And now we've also had a World Cup that the women have won. So the challenge is there, I think, for us to make it a spectator sport, all right, to get more people involved, but the game, it has no end. So I thank you very much for this opportunity. I thank Greg and the whole committee for the induction. Thank you very much.